welcome back to the Horror Herald. It's good to be back, baby. How are you going today?
I'm all right. Why'd you look in the different direction?
I was asking the audience, but
Oh.
I didn't realize that doesn't work. So no. But how are you doing today, Louis Sebastian?
I'm all right. We just watched 2 movies, technically.
We did, all in one day. Take that, Mum. You said I never could, but here we are. But yeah, two movies, and one of those that we watched today was Scream again.
We watched Scream because we said we would.
Yeah, we said, well, we watch it again. We thought we couldn't do a podcast until we watched it again, and yeah, this podcast we recorded way like a bit after the first one, but it probably be released around the similarly because but we watched Scream again, and we watched it with a good mate, and we'll do a little shout out. Hey, Freddie, how you going, Freddie? If you're listening to this, bless you, man. But yeah, we watched it with him, and Louis, did you say you kind of liked it better the second time?
I liked it better the second time. I definitely did.
Yeah,
I accepted my experience, and I just enjoyed the ride that it was giving me.
Yeah,
I accepted the negatives. I still have negatives, but I've softened my blow, I think.
Yeah, I mean, a big thing that we were saying we didn't like was the kind of like, the whole. We had problems with the reveal. And I think we still find that the killers are a bit predictable. But the whole kind of like, why they were doing it, the motive, I kind of appreciated more on the second we watched, and I'm like actually okay with. Like beforehand, I was like, this is so weak, this sucks. But when we watched it, I was like, I actually kind of like this. Like I actually kind of like this. Motive, and
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was good, and
like the reveals and all that stuff, all the negatives I had are still there, but just less so now. But like some of them, like the town, I still feel like could have been better. The reveal could have been better.
I feel like this was a very character-driven like movie where it's like really about like these are the characters. Let's focus on the characters, rather than let's focus on like making this like big Scream movie that we all remember, remember the old high school, remember the old this.
More now, but I still just what I like about Scream. So it was like as a Scream movie, it's like
yeah, and
I'd say the legacy characters, I accepted them. I appreciated more of the giving the torch, like how it's not about Sydney. This one's about Sam. I accepted more Sydney's role in it, just like her just being a helping hand.
Yeah.
I accepted I don't know, I just accepted Sydney's role in the movie more, and I enjoyed it more knowing it now. I didn't hate it. I'm just like I have Sydney. She's there to give a helping hand, but it's not about her. It's just she's there because she has to be there, and she's there to give help.
I mean, thank God that like Tara and Samantha were actually like good leads, because if they weren't good, if they weren't like casted well, I wouldn't like this film. Because it just kind of was just, but yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, I liked it, and it was just fun kind of seeing that now that we know the killers, realizing the scenes that like, oh, they're together in the same scene.
Yeah, they're interacting more.
They're interacting, and like, it's, the first very scene when like Amber's on the phone texting and realizing that, oh, that actually could be Amber who's texting at Tara. But no, I mean, we don't want to talk too much into it because, our last review was all about Scream.
Yeah.
But any update on your rating? Do you kind of keep it the same, or what do you think? I think, what did you give? Did you give it like hey, it's fun? But like you gave it kind of like a mid to low, hey, it's fun?
No, I gave it a hey, it's fun and a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say...
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it might be on the verge of Fantastically Splendid, but I think I'm going to keep it as like the highest hey, it's fun, because I actually kind of respect it now. Yeah. And it could be...
It does not beat the first one.
Yeah.
The nostalgia. It's just like I've accepted it.
Yeah, and the characters are like generally good. Like I think that this could be a Fantastically Splendid, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna put it at a hey, it's fun, because it didn't exactly wow me as much on second rewatch. Like of course I don't think I've been ever really wowed on second rewatches for something like Scream, but that because it's a whodunit, and when you know. But yeah, it was still good.
I accepted the 4-minute West scene.
Yeah, we were. I checked the time. I saw like Louis go over to me like tapping his watch, and I was wondering like, is he asking me to time it? I don't know.
I'll just like be prepared for a long
scene.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like, oh, okay, quick, Leo, start timing it.
Good, you did.
And I was like, I looked at it, and it wasn't a perfect time because I didn't want to, put the timer on. But like, I looked at, I calculated like how many minutes passed from continually looking up to my phone, and it was about like 4 minutes, that scene. And yeah, when we were watching it, it wasn't better in my mind. It was kind of just like,
it was just like,
and also, I still feel kind of about the audience we were in, because I feel like we were the only people in like not a packed audience, but like a lot of people in the audience who were actually like kind of laughing to it. Yeah. Like people behind us, I think were like crying when like Dewey died, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, and I heard them go like,
But on the same time, it just the audience kind of was like, But anyway, that's that. But leading on to that. Now we're going to the news segment, and I think both Louis knows this as well, so I can't, give him surprises. But yeah, Scream 6 has been confirmed, and it will be the same team. It will be, Radio Silence, the people who did Ready or Not. They're all back, same team. I think the same writer. I know the producer is still in it, Kevin Williamson. He's still going to be part of it. So yeah, Scream 6.
Will Kirby be back?
I think Kirby would make an appearance in that, because if everyone knows... If you watch the film and you watch that, the Dead Meat, cameo on YouTube, well, I think it was like Movie Fails is the new thing. On the side, you can see on the recommended, there is a video on Kirby and just like an interview or whatever. And also there's another little thing where at the very bottom, and if you know this, if you're a horror fan, that there's a little video saying is Stu still alive, so maybe that alludes to something. But anyway, Scream 6 is confirmed. Of course I'm going to watch it. Louis, you're going to watch it. When watching this one, we kind of felt like, oh, we actually don't need a sequel. But you know what? I still am intrigued by the characters. There's still elements I feel like they could go with. And hell yeah, sure, I'll watch it. I don't know how to feel if, Sydney. I mean, I want Sydney to come back because it's Scream, but on the same time, I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
I just realized we're never going to get the Dewey music ever again.
Yeah. Well, we had it. I mean, I don't know if we were going to have it again, but we got it. So at least we got that. Another thing's confirmed. And Insidious 5.
Whoa.
Insidious 5 is set to be filming in the American spring. So
autumn.
So yeah, I think that's like autumn for us. I mean, Scream 6 is going to film in the summer, but Insidious 5 has been greenlit to be filmed this spring. So that's going to be.
Is like James Wan.
James Wan, I think, is at least producing it.
Okay, he's not.
I think he's at least producing it, but I don't know exactly. I don't.
What are they gonna?
I haven't seen any of them, so I can't comment on this.
I'm a fan of the Insidious. What are they going to do? I don't know.
But that has been that. But also, in talking to stuff that's been greenlit, let's do something that we hardly really talk about, is the world of horror TV. Chucky is getting a season 2. I think that was a FX show. Was it a sci-fi show? I think it was like Sci-Fi FX, one of those. Maybe it's the same thing. I'm not completely sure.
I have no idea.
But Chucky, I heard great things from it. I haven't watched it, though. I don't know how to access it.
Not a big Chucky fan. It's on 10.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, why not? Yeah. I haven't. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the first Child's Play. I haven't seen any of the others. Yeah. We saw the Chucky remake, Child's Play remake, and that one was. It was alright. I liked it. The doll looks so bad, but who cares? I mean, look, I know there's a fan base out there. So I mean, kudos to you guys. Get excited for season 2.
Ash vs. Evil Dead is the only like horror TV show that I've seen.
Yeah, right. Cool.
Thanks, Leo.
Thanks, Leo. No, I mean, I got to check that out. I got to finish the Evil Dead films first. Yeah. But yeah. Another thing, Goosebumps. Goosebumps is going to Disney Plus. Goosebumps, the TV show. It's still a TV show.
Cool.
Goosebumps is getting a thing. But more importantly, I got to say this: the Winchesters, the spin-off to Supernatural, has been greenlit for the CW. And
the CW is being bought out.
Oh, okay. I guess it's not the CW. I mean,
so it's like it's gonna be the CW, but who's gonna buy the CW?
I know. No this one. I mean, we're good Supernatural fans. I don't know if Louis loves it, but I know
I love Supernatural.
Yeah, you love it. Yeah. So
I just don't like it.
Wait, I don't know how that works, but yeah, I mean, I guess season 15 really kicked us in the nuts.
Leo puts movies sometimes a positive mixed bag.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really excited. I mean, I don't need to spin off.
I couldn't give a shit.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
If Sam or Dean is in it, I don't care.
Yeah, like it has a voiceover by Dean, so it's gonna be about.
I don't care.
It's gonna be about I think Mary and John Winchester and
but
the
that
spin-off what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. I know. I know. I'm not sure, But hell, there could be a story that is gonna be voiced by Dean. They might be doing like a Clark and Lois thing. I don't know what they're doing. It was actually it's gonna be it's gonna be produced, or I think in some part involved with Jensen Ackles, who plays Dean. It's a production company, so they're doing part of that. I think even like Jensen Ackles might have helped pitch it.
Yeah,
so
I heard about that. Like, he like didn't tell anyone, and Jared found out.
Yeah,
like, bro,
that's a whole story about that.
And he was just like, "Oh shit, sorry, man."
Yeah, that's not. I don't. Yeah, I mean that's a whole thing.
Yeah, and then he
finally,
punched the guy in the face.
Finally, I don't think I care about this too much, but you know what? It's an interesting interesting news thing, and why not? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is getting a remake, but it's kind of a gender-bent version. But more interesting, it isn't, I don't think, simply going to be, a woman playing Dr. Jekyll. It's going to be played by a gender-fluid actress, gender-fluid person. I apologize, don't cancel me. Eddie Izzard, I think. And that name sounds very familiar. But that's going to be interesting because I think they could do some interesting stuff with that. I have no idea. But Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
I've read like 150 pages of the book, and then have done nothing about it except for Russell Crowe played him in The Mummy.
Yeah, I know. Really.
Yep.
Was that really that person? Yep. Oh wow!
Yeah.
I watched that movie. Never realized that was Dr. Jekyll. Wow, Jesus. Okay,
Yep.
Okay. But I know there's like a musical version, and
I know the.
And there's one song that I listen to constantly from it, but I don't think I've watched the show.
Which one is it? It's the.
It's
Agony.
No, not Agony. It goes like, do you want to try to figure out what it's like? It's like big, high energy.
You are me, I am you. That one. The one was like, damn you, Hyde.
Yeah, something like big energy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think like
Johnny
a Star
Richter
Kid person did like a video. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, that's something. I'm not sure if I'll go and watch it, but because I'm not the hugest fan of it. But I don't know. Be cool. Be kind of lit. Anyway, that is what I have for the news today. And now to move on to our review. So for our review, we did a little because there's no really any. For us in Australia, at least, there's not really any big.
I wanted to do Black Phone, but that's coming out until June.
Yeah, June,
motherfucker.
That's weird. That was what we were gonna slated to do, but yeah, that's not coming out until a while. So we chose let's do a classic film, and this Louis hasn't seen this film.
I've not.
I saw it once, but it was a while back, so it was kind of rewatching it again. It was interesting. But the film that we chose was John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness, and I remember liking it when I watched it. I didn't love it. But I won't talk about how I feel about it now. But yeah, came out in 1987, and basically, it's directed by John Carpenter. And music by John Carpenter, of course, as you know. But what's really interesting is I didn't know it's actually written by someone else. It's written by Martin Quatermass. That's such a cool last name, Quatermass. Anyway, it's starring Donald Pleasance, Lisa Blount, Victor Wan, and James Parker as Brian, whatever that means.
Yeah, I love how they go as Brian.
As Brian. But yeah, it's directed by John Carpenter. It's one of his, I don't know if it's one of his well-known films, but it's...
I thought it was a superhero movie. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely not a superhero movie.
Nope.
But
hey. Yeah. God's a superhero, baby.
I mean, yeah. Jesus, I don't know about the devil.
The first superhero.
But basically, the film, and I'll read the little synopsis that is on the DVD that I have. I'm sorry, I'm not very professional, but I'm going to read it. It goes like this. Deep in the basement of an abandoned church, once run by a sinister religious sector, lies a strange bottle of green liquid being investigated by a group of local theoretic physics students. But as the night draws in, the students soon realize that a strange relic holds dark and powerful force beyond their control. A force that could well be the essence of pure evil, the remains of Satan himself. Interesting.
If you would have asked me, hey, Louis, what is the Prince of Darkness about? I was like, oh, it's about a superhero who's the Prince of Darkness, and John Pleasance plays him or something.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have expected it was about a church. And about the secret of the ooze who created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as we all know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So when I was told this, and when I read the blurb, and then when I saw the movie, I was like, "What the fuck is happening? Where is Superman? Where is superhero? Why is there hobos? And why am I confused?"
Yeah.
You go.
I mean, I listened to. I do this a lot with horror movies, where I listen to the soundtrack first before I watch the movie, because sometimes it's just like I'm a fan of John Carpenter, and sometimes you're on Spotify and it just gives you like a recommended song from a different soundtrack. And I listened to that one. I listened to the soundtrack of John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness, and I remember the poster. I don't know if I was looking at it properly, but it looked like it was set during the Middle Ages. Like it looked like it was like an actual legit prince, and he could have been the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
And I remember originally thinking that's what it was about, and then of course I searched up the film and realized it's not that.
Ooze.
But it's about ooze.
It's about water.
Whatever that means. But yeah, I mean, before we get to the positives and negatives, what's your overall feeling about the film?
Confused.
Confused?
I have a conflicting feelings. It's like I enjoyed the ride. It's like a roller coaster. I enjoyed the ride of the roller coaster, but I was too busy blacking out in the roller coaster to really appreciate my experience. And to make that make sense in the movie, I enjoyed the ride of the movie. But if you said, Louis, what happens in the movie? I'd say things.
Yeah, when I first watched the film, I came out of it going like, this has some really cool scenes, and I liked the film, but I always felt a bit weird about the ending because I didn't get what was going on. Like I got like this was a very ambiguous
things
ending.
Just happen.
Yeah,
and it's just like this is happening now. Hey, this character, they have water in them now.
They never had water in them before, but no. Yeah, I kind of came out going like, that was one of the weirdest John Carpenter films I've ever seen. I don't know what happened. It was like some stuff that was being pushed in I didn't really understand. But on second rewatch, I actually kind of understood it better, and I actually would genuinely like it. But
I really like this movie. I like weird movies that are like I haven't seen a weird movie in a long time. I enjoyed the hell out of my time, but like. As like if I was like a movie critic and watching this movie, I'd be like,
you wouldn't know how to comment on
it. Like, it's literally just this movie is exposition but slow, and it doesn't tell you anything. It's just, hey, this thing's happening now. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could kind of realize what the basic plot.
I realize what the basic plot is, but then. The exposition scenes,
it has
they
like
just tell you a lot, and then just things happen.
It has a lot of stuff that like you feel like there's a mystery constantly developing, and it never comes to like a conclusion.
Yeah, it's
like it feels like it does technically kind of come to a conclusion, but like it always felt like there was constantly a mystery that's unfolding. There's more to it. There's more to it, but they never come with like a concrete.
It was so ambiguous that the movie was like, oh shit, how do we end this? Yeah. It was just like the movie. It was so ambiguous. The plot. Okay, so. The Prince of Darkness is Satan, which makes sense because he's the Prince of Darkness.
He's mean.
He's a big mean boy.
I know.
But like this movie spits in the face of Christianity and saying, "Hey, he isn't God's child. He's the anti-God's child."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like, and I really like the character of John Pleasant's character is called the Saint. I think it was just called Saint.
Not sure. Let's just call him Father.
Father. I really liked Father because he had a existential crisis. Was like, we tell lies, we sell a product. Like I liked him realizing like, I think he like, at first I thought he didn't know about this, but then later he said like, we made a pact to not say anything.
I think he like knew there was like a secret down there, and he knew there was an order. He didn't know fully what it was. But I think when he started to realize, I think he thought it was something religious. He thought it was like religious. He thought it was Satan, but now he never realized that what they were, harboring wasn't that. It was an anti-God.
That's ambiguous. So wait. No. In the goo is Satan, who wants to bring back the anti-God, which is in the mirror realm.
I don't know if it's Satan. I think it's the remains of like essence of like him that's been like sent in to like infect Satan. People in order to bring Satan into the right reality.
No. I thought he was bringing anti-God into the reality because he was like, Father, come back, baby.
I thought that. I mean, it had like red hands, so I just assumed that was Satan.
See, ambiguous.
No, but like I don't mind that. Like,
oh no, I don't mind, but like,
yeah, like, I mean, I have my own. Like, I still could understand a full plot, and I think it was, anyway.
But the plot happened so strangely.
I guess so. Yeah. But on second rewatch for me, I felt like, oh, I understood this.
again, I need to watch this movie again.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, that's actually one of my positives, because we'll go into the positives now. That was one of my positives, is that it's like, it's a like, I love how like everything, and I think you said something about like it's kind of face value, but at the same time, there's kind of like a mystery that's still going with it. Like it seems like a simple like, oh, kind of like not Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but it's like, oh, we're infecting people so they help the rise of either the anti-god or Satan, one of those two. And that's cool, but I love the idea about how this film is somewhat like continuously ambiguous, continuously like there's something more to this than just a simple like, oh, there's bad guys, we're going to defeat them. That's like, the end of the movie. I like
the slow reveals of like, this is Satan, the anti-god, was very cool. There were some parts where it was like okay, exposition, when the guys they were just sitting in the office, and then he just started just like saying shit, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, tell me so I know for future, which is fine, because every movie does that. But it's just like, but the ambiguousness of it was definitely the best part of the movie.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get to some positives, and then there's one section that, unless we just talk about it, naturally.
All of mine are positive and negatives. They're all together. So
okay.
I don't, like, they're all weird. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I just go through my positives
Yeah,
then?
you go.
I love that there's actually, like, genuine, like, I don't normally find this with old kind of movies. It's not really an old movie. It's 1987, but there's actually, like, genuine moments that I actually felt really, tense. Like, I felt like these moments are, even on second rewatch, I felt tension. Like the moment where, I forgot the character's name, who's like stuck in the closet room, and he's like looking out the window, and there's just a grotesque version of whatever that character was, who's like got the skin peeling off, and there's like a bunch of people just slamming on the door. I felt full on like tension, like holy shit, that's freaking creepy. Like I hate that. I hate that. That's a positive I
had was the imagery and the the shots and because it's John Carpenter, so a lot of like cool shots.
I mean,
that was definitely amazing.
Yeah, like the gore and the effects like spot on. Like it was was like
minimal at the start.
Yeah, and then it got like gruesome. But like some scenes like that could look really cheesy, looks like really good. Like the whole the scene with like I've got a message for you. Pray for
death.
You won't
escape. Pray for death.
Pray for death. And the guy's face with the black eyes and with like blue lines through his face, like veins, that looked genuinely creepy. And the whole thing with like his body going down,
was really cool.
I just love that scene. Like I when watching it the second time, I was like, oh, I can't wait for Louis to see that scene, because like that was the part. That was the part. Wow.
I was like, I didn't love the bugs. I was just like, okay, we get it, bugs, ha 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 ha. But then when the bugs did the thing, like ate his body or just made his body disappear. They were like possessed. That's what like kept him up. I was just like, oh, see that now that's cool.
Yeah,
like I saw that as very cool.
I feel like this whatever the thing is, the whole green cylinder thing was kind of like possessing those bugs to do that. But I think that was really cool. Is any other positive you want to add before I continue?
I will find out.
Yeah, I mean the gore effects was just I think were really spot on, like all throughout.
I liked the unique feel of it. It felt like I've seen movies that have elements of this movie. Yeah, but I've never seen this movie before, because what the fuck happened in this movie?
Yeah, the aesthetic of it is just very kind of like.
I've never had a woman T-pose threateningly at me.
I didn't want to comment on it, but yeah, I mean she was like T-posing before it became thin. I gotta say, obviously, because this is a John Carpenter film, the music was on point. Like the music was just so good. Like
let's just go through all of your stuff. And then
I mean, sure. I mean, the music is always great, but I love the kind of the mix between like religious sounds with like synth.
I don't know if it's a negative or positive, but a 10-minute opening credit scene of just like mainly not talking and sounds.
I mean,
it was funny.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it, but
because I think it's just something kind of new.
Weird. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know like John Carpenter's kind of known for that kind of like slow, build, or maybe sometimes an opening. But like, I think
it was better than the West scene from Scream. Ayo.
Yeah, so we Scream. Yeah, we had title cards to split up that kind of launch.
We had actual good things happening in that.
No, but I mean, I love the soundtrack, and maybe it's because I've already listened to the soundtrack before the movie.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I have bias. That's why I love Halloween 3 for its soundtrack. Probably because I've listened to it beforehand, and maybe that's some bias there. But yeah, But that mixed with like genuinely like full on scary scenes was just
I really like
great.
the Christianity in it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just like, I get it, you're Christian in a movie, but this movie felt like, oh, it's actually part of the plot, and it felt like shit. Tense scenes with Christianity and the imagery of the Christianity.
Yeah, that whole the whole and underground kind of church. The
underground part was underused. I feel like they could have gone down there more.
Yeah, I guess
spent
so.
most of their time just.
I guess so. I mean, I remember there was a distinct point in the movie where, like, they said like there's energy going on downstairs, and you were like, "Go downstairs."
That was a part of the movie. It was none of the characters were really like dumb in this movie. There was one part I was just like, guys, I know you're writing this so they can't go down there, so they don't see what's happening down there. But oh my god, he's like, there's a burst of energy from the thing we're researching. I'm just like, then go down and check.
Yeah.
He's just like, I wonder what happened down there. And I'm like, you're seeing research for the things that you're researching. Go down and check it. Why aren't more people looking at it? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you looking at a chart and going, that's interesting? A thing that's understand that we're just investigating. Did a burst of energy in a straight line that can move something. Yeah. Isn't that slightly interesting? I would be like, I'm going to go down and check.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the film too much did stuff that like is completely convenient with the story.
That was the only dumb thing in this movie that I was just like, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Another thing I was gonna say, and this is kind of like a weird niche point, but I just want to say it, is that the majority of the possessed characters were actually kind of scary for me. Like I felt like normally when there was one or two that I was like, that's a bit cheesy. Like the big kind of like I don't want to. He's not fat, but he's like like big dude that had his like neck kind of down. He got like cracked at the first kill at the start, and he kind of walking around. Looked a bit weird, but like the guy who went, Mona Lisa, that dude.
Mona.
No, the moment he started walking up the steps and like singing Amazing Grace and then trying to kill himself, that was like, holy shit, that's kind of scary.
All
and then
the
how
movies don't usually scare me, but this movie was close to like actually making
That's
me
why
scared.
I'm just like, wow. And him like chuckling and just like laughing, like or like start crying when looking at the mirror. Yeah. I was just like, shit, this is actually full on kind of scary. And
like the ambiguous was like, why is he looking at the mirror? Like this is funny. Like, but then I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it gets revealed like why he's looking at the mirror.
It's Ash from Evil Dead.
He's just like
comes out and like, you killed your girlfriend, man.
No, but I also will say this. And I love John Carpenter. He's he's in my probably top 5 favorite directors. But I will say the pacing of this movie, I think, besides towards maybe the end, because the end, I'll get to that. It's part of my negatives. The pacing for the most part was actually pretty good. Like I felt like I wasn't bored.
I'll get into my bin, but like I mean, the beginning to like the middle of the second act, perfect.
Yeah.
But then it kind of just like
gets
stuff
too
just
fast. Happens too fast.
Stuff just kind of happens. I'm just like, oh, this is happening now.
I mean, by all means, expand on that. I mean, we're on the subject. You might as well.
Shit. My notes, I didn't like categorize them.
That's fine.
I just wrote.
Sure.
If it was when we get to negatives, I'll say it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Then I'll just finish off. But yeah, I think the pacing was like I love Halloween.
I wrote the pacing was weird.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll definitely expand upon that. But for me, I felt like it was like I love Halloween. But it's sometimes hard to rewatch a bunch of times. Like on the first time, it's perfect. Yeah. But like rewatching it, I'm just kind of like, oh my god, there's so many just scenes that feel to me like filler. And I don't mean to offend Halloween fans. I'm like one of the biggest. I'm the ultimate Halloween fan out of all my friends. Check me out. No, but like I love the original Halloween. It's definitely a classic. But like I felt like sometimes maybe it's because of my generation. It's just kind of hard to rewatch like for the 5th time.
Get to the point.
Because it like all the best stuff happened in like the last final act or something like that, and it kind of just feels.
Like when we watched it together for the first time, it was like new thing. I was like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, I mean,
and then like watching it with my family, I was like, get to the.
I know, like it's good, like it's, but like it's still good and still a great film, but I just feel the pacing's a little bit hard for me. I said the directing was great. I felt like it actually was like because I mean, I love John Carpenter, but he does like a lot of like shots that are just like a continuous shot of people talking, and he doesn't cut away, and so that works a lot of the time for his films.
Yeah.
But I appreciate in this film there was a lot of really interesting shots. Like there was a scene where the person who had the skin falling off, looks into a mirror, it looks into like her makeup kind of mirror. And I loved. Maybe this was because of the cinematographer, and it might have been Dean Cundey because he does a lot of John Carpenter films. But like that's the way the guy was lit up when he was saying like pray for death. The black of his eyes, it was just great. Lots of great shots. Yeah, like lots of cool shots. The hand going through the water. Yeah, lots of not water going through the mirror and into like a watery thing. Yeah, lots of really cool shots. And
imagery in this movie, amazing.
The imagery was like really cool.
Yeah, you brought up pray for death.
Yeah,
in fact. Just, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
In fact,
you're
gonna die.
You're gonna die.
But and then my final major one, and major big positive is that this film, and you've said this already, feels so kind of like different. Yeah, and feels so kind of like this is for me. I feel like it's a very inventive kind of like retelling of like Satan. You know, coming to like.
Because I had no idea it was about Satan. So I was just like, oh, hello,
like
Satan.
I felt like this is such a unique kind of weird film that maybe could have only been made in the 80s, but like it felt really interesting. Yeah. And I thought it's such an inventive kind of story, and it's not like your typical, killers killing everybody. It's I thought it was great. And I mean, I appreciate, for me, I think, how, it still kind of gave you a story that you could follow, but it had this kind of like ambiguousness to it. Had this like there's more to it. Yeah. But
I think sometimes it was a bit too ambiguous with like its storytelling.
Sure.
It was just like they were like, oh yeah, these really cool facts about all this cool stuff, and then some characters was like, this is bullshit, man. I'm gonna get out of here.
I'm out of here.
And then they just die. I'm just like, oh okay, bye. And then the movie just moves on.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the end of my positives. Do you have any like other positives to add?
I don't. I just have a list of things, of notes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna go through them, and if I
by all means,
because if that's at the end of your big list, then we can talk about.
Yeah, and if I have some negatives that kind of relate to your ones, I'll talk about my negatives. But yeah, what's your thoughts?
Spooky imagery of makeup was very good. Makeup, very good.
Yeah,
really liked it.
I was surprised of how like actually cool it was.
Now, we didn't really get into this. The characters of this movie were nice, but they kind of just stop with like the development of characters, or just focusing on characters, because it's so ambiguous and it's about the Satan and it's about learning about the Satan. That the love story that was established at the beginning, where this guy, this pervy guy with a mustache, keep looking at this woman, and he's like, man, I really want to date this woman, so I'm gonna talk to her like a normal person, which is good. So he goes like, hey, like, do all this stuff. We're going to be working together on, like, the weekend. Isn't that really cool? And they talk about philosophy, or talk about getting coffee. It's established. They have sex. It's like, this things happen. I'm like, okay, we're going to get, like, this is going to be our main characters to follow throughout. Then in the middle of the movie, they don't talk. They never interact, ever, until the last scene where they kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I realized that until the ending where they come back together. I was like, they haven't done anything. The movie just gets too focused on the mystery, and it's too focused on its ambiguity, that just like characters still say funny things, and like the guy who keeps making jokes. The guy that keeps making jokes. The guy in like the pink shirt. Funny things happen. I like the characters. They're very cool and like very neat. But like the beginning feels such a different thing from the rest of the movie. Yeah, you feel like some of the plot lines were just kind of dropped. Yeah, a lot of things were just dropped to make the ambiguousness. Yeah. Yeah. I could see how that could be a negative. I mean, it didn't fully affect me. That's why I kind of said it lost me during the middle a bit. I was just like, oh, we're kind of middling about stuff. We're kind of just following these possessed people. My biggest negative is that I was like, when she got possessed, I was like, oh, we're doing another fucking the first girl who got possessed, like, she took her glasses off. She's hot now, because that's what movies tell me. If you take off your glasses, you're hot. I was just like, oh, I thought it was gonna be not that. But we got it, and I was like, whatever. And then the guy's neck gets snapped. I was like, oh, we're gonna do this stupid thing. I was like, oh, so not ready for it. But then it became unique.
It actually kind of worked.
When the guy who sings Amazing Grace, when the uniqueness of the body snatchers came out, and it wasn't just a drone, but like some of it was just like, oh, the uniqueness of the movie kind of lost me.
I felt that as well. Like I felt at the when they, especially for the first two, like with the main girl,
the first two,
and then but I think when I was okay with it was when I got to Lisa, when she was like in the room typing on the computer and like she was like typing all these like creepy messages, and then I kind of like I liked it because I started to realize, oh, these guys have a purpose. You know, it isn't just, oh, they're being possessed and they're going to cause havoc. Yeah. They're being possessed to help the purpose of, you know, Satan or the Prince of Darkness or the anti-god to come back into reality.
I wish, but like the movie is ambiguous, but I wish that was more ambiguous.
Okay.
I wished like this movie didn't just go like they got possessed and now they're mindless people that do what the thing wants. I wish it was more like they didn't know that they were helping. Like it was like they got water in them. Like, oh shit, that was weird. Like, oh, like they get water.
Oh, God.
They're just like, oh God. And then like she's like, oh, like, and she maybe talks to them like, hey, like this happened. And then like subconsciously she starts helping and she starts like making wrong decisions and she doesn't know why. And then she gets to a point where she's fully possessed.
Yeah.
But like kind of just like boom, straight into being possessed. This character just literally just now walks around being kind of creepy. It's like, oh, we're doing generic body snatching now. I wanted like a bit more uniqueness with it, but the movie's unique enough for me to enjoy it. So that's like my biggest issue.
That could have been cool.
And
I mean, I didn't super fond of
the hobos.
The hobos, they were a bit cheesy, weren't they?
What? Who? What? When? Where?
Oh,
how?
Like why would they be?
Why were they? Were they people from past? Because the woman who shook John Pleasant's hand was like, thank you for bringing back the church. So maybe they got water spat in them before. But then why didn't they help Satan? Why didn't Satan baby go into them? Yeah, why was there a Satan baby?
Look, I think they're just making a political message that if you're homeless, you are working for Satan. So it's just like, don't be homeless.
I get that. That makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that is a bit weird.
Yeah.
I guess they could have
liked the kill of him stabbing the guy with the bike. That was cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, that was a cool imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this happening?
I guess so.
It was like the ambiguousness of the movie is very cool, but then
wait a second.
What?
I have a theory.
Wait. But then it lost me. It was like, oh, it's not really ambiguous because we're getting with these fucking homeless people. I'm just like, oh, there's a call. I'm just like, oh, I didn't need that.
I have a theory, but then I realized like midway that it's dumb and doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
My theory was that all these homeless people are dead, and you know the ants? Mm-hmm. Like I feel like they're controlling them, and I'm like maybe the bugs are controlling all these homeless people. But then I realized at the very end, when everything goes back, the homeless people still walk around normal afterwards. So I don't know.
Yeah. I like the bug imagery at the beginning and at the end, but everything in the middle of the book, it just got overused, and I was like,
I guess. I mean, I didn't find it that negative. I just thought it was a cool thing in the background about like worms being on the wall.
Yeah, more of just like I love the silence and the imagery and the creepy mystery of the church setting, and the villain monster was very cool. I liked. I'm now thinking it just reminds me of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the green ooze. I was like, and like the water going up, like going reverse shot, where it's like going on the ceiling. That's cool. I wish they did more with that and not just a puddle. On the
thought that was going to become the mirror. I thought that's what was going to become. Cool. I thought that was going to like the green become the gateway for anti-god or the Satan. I think it's
which
Satan.
Is a thing now.
I think it's anti-god or Satan.
I believe in.
I think that was the thing that was going to bring him, but I guess not. That will get just sucked into the one person. But then, like,
that's another thing was like the exposition of like everything has an opposite. The atoms have the anti-atom. I'm like, what are you talking about, this guy? And he just like, he's like, I feel like the writer's like, guys, I need this to make sense. So just let me say this stuff. So there's an anti-dimension, the mirror dimension. That's why there's mirrors. I'm like, okay, I get you. When he started doing the speech, and then when like the philosopher, when they're getting the guy from the wall, when he just suddenly started expositing stuff just in the middle of a scene, I was just like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it... I mean, I still feel like even the greatest negatives of this movie doesn't take away from it too much.
Yeah, the greatest negatives makes it unique.
Like, I don't hate it too much. Like, I don't find many of the negatives, like, honest to God, when I was trying to write down the negatives... Anti-God. Honest to anti-God. When I was trying to find out negatives for me, they were all kind of just more nitpicks rather than, like, actual issues I have with the film. Like, for me, on the other hand, for me. And there might not be... You might find some, like, proper negatives with it, but, like, I kind of felt like... Not nitpicks, but I felt like these were kind of, like, negatives that, you know, weren't... Mm-hmm. I don't know. I felt like it kind of worked for me enough.
I wrote like I didn't love the body snatcher. I didn't like how it turned into like a simple just kill. You know, just like it's just like a slasher movie, but like just snapping.
But
necks.
Then they became.
But then
more
they made it cool.
Yeah.
But I just didn't love. I was like, oh, we're just snapping necks and then not checking the body because we can't see 50 feet in front of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of my few negatives was some logic problems, like not finding the dead guy who was in the church.
Like. That's again with them just like not checking the research. Why aren't they down there more?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't the setup down there? Why does he just like, where's the guy? I don't know. He's not down here. And then they just don't check the thing they're researching. They just walk away and the camera pans slightly and then the dead body's right there.
I mean, it was bad, but I didn't hate it too much.
Oh, no, I don't, like, I'm making fun of it.
Maybe it's because Halloween Kills has desensitized me from going, like, bad logic. Because, like, it's not as bad as the logic in Halloween Kills, so it must be okay.
I feel like,
I don't know.
Like, this is fun, goofy. I'm making fun of it. I'm not putting hate on the movie. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm. Any other major points?
I like the unique ambiguous of the movie. Cool, but leaves the movie just like a flow of events.
Okay.
They get there at the start doing research, and the movie just becomes exposition for a bit and kills. Characters just kind of do stuff like they're introduced, but then kind of just vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, hey, this doctor, he's introduced. He just kind of just sings to himself and walks and just eats food. Like that's what they just kind of vibe.
Look, I didn't care about that too much.
No, I don't care, but it's an observation.
Sure.
You know, it's like I observe that they're just vibing. They're just having a time of their life. It's not a negative because remember how I categorize my notes. None of them were negative or positive. I just wrote notes.
Mm.
They're just vibing, man. They're just having a good time.
To add on to your thing about feeling like a flow of events, one negative that I would say, and on the same time, I don't hate what happens. I like what happens in it, but maybe it happened a little bit too fast. Was the ending I felt was a bit too fast.
Yeah.
I felt like. She quickly just... I didn't feel like she thought in her mind, like, oh... I feel like her, like, the main girl, jumping in and grabbing the girl who's being possessed into the mirror. Yeah. I didn't feel like that was a sacrifice that character needed to do.
Yeah.
I feel like she just randomly chose to do it.
That's again with, like, that's what I mean. Like, characters kind of just vibe throughout the movie. At the beginning, character development. At the end, character development. In the middle, it's just ambiguous vibing.
Yeah, I felt like that was a bit too fast, and I was like, "Damn, Donald Pleasance had some
she's
act
like
skills."
Deciding, like, do I save my guy who I've had sex with once, or do I save the world? And she's like, I don't know what to do.
Look, I don't know, but
should I just push her in, or should I jump in with her to the bathtub?
Maybe if you look at it again, maybe she's more like, "Goodbye, my love. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him," and then jumps in.
And then jumps in with her. You could have just pushed.
I guess, but on the same time...
It was pushed. Try pushing and then...
I guess it leaves you to that other ambiguous ending. And this is something I want to talk about if you haven't finished your positives or negatives.
Whatever.
No, I mean, this is something I want to conclude the review by. So say you're like positives and negatives.
Yeah, just like the monster just comes. Not comes, but comes out of nowhere.
Sure.
Just like she gets the bump and then the water in her mouth and then she becomes monster and then goes to mirror, but then mirror smashes. That's what I wrote.
Oh shit! I know what happened.
What?
I think she was the Prince of Darkness who was bringing the anti-god.
That's what I said.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh crap! Sorry.
That's what I've been saying.
Is that what you actually said?
She's the darkness. The Prince of Darkness, who is Lucifer, bringing the anti-god who birthed Lucifer.
Right, I thought, okay, I wasn't. I'm sorry.
You weren't listening to
No, I think I was, but I think I just forgot. I don't think I was listening to you properly, but I think she was possessed by Lucifer, which was that liquid, and then that was the anti-god. Right.
Because I say the bump. That's another thing. How did she get the bump? Where did the bump come from?
Yeah.
I get this movie's ambiguous. Okay, show me something. Just like, oh, I got
maybe
a bruise.
she did get a bump. I just didn't.
I know, but like something so important, I don't want to have it off screen.
I guess so.
Literally just have her like just anything, like a drop of water, or like she hit something, or like anything, rather than just, hey, what's that on your arm? I got a bruise. Okay. And then suddenly there's a sigil on it.
Yeah, bye.
And it's just like, oh, I guess I'm Satan now.
Yeah. I mean, no, okay, cool. So now I'm not as confused as I thought I was. But yeah, any other notes before we get to the final bit?
Just like the romance just isn't present.
Yeah.
Throughout. Yeah, I like. This is very much like a movie. I view. I'm viewing the movie. I'm not thinking too deeply, because the movie is like so deep and so theological that it's just like, if I think about it too hard, I'm gonna die. So I'm just rather just watch the movie, let it go, let it do its thing, let it go off me, and then I'm just like,
I still
cool.
I think
but we haven't touched.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to this.
The biggest what the fuck.
The ending or the what are you talking about?
The video.
This is connected to the ending. Yeah. So, for me, when I watched the first time, I didn't get the ending. I didn't get the video.
What did you get about a T-posing woman?
Yeah, no, but I didn't get like what happened. Like I know they did the sacrifice, but like when like he gets the dream with the video cam. It's revealed that's 1999, and it was revealed that she's there. The woman who made the sacrifice. And then he's going over to touch the mirror. At first watch, I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Second watch, okay, I get the basis of what this ending is trying to say. I don't get, what that is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go like, I understand she's in that dimension, whatever. I get, but now I kind of got what's happening is that, like, I guess maybe he is. Oh fuck! I don't know.
But like, that's what I was trying to talk about before. Like, the movie just goes like, I know this doesn't make sense.
I think I get the ending. I just can't explain the ending.
Yeah.
Like, I get the ending. I just can't put it in words.
How I explain to people, if someone asked me, "Hey Louis, how does the Prince of Darkness end?" I say a T-posing woman comes at me, and I get scared.
I mean, we come at the T-posing woman, I guess, because
we both come.
We come at each other. No. I think I'm gonna call him Chad. He's not Chad.
Who's filming it?
We don't know.
But why?
I don't know. Is it him?
But like
I have a feeling it's him. But in the future.
But they go like, there's like voiceover. There's like, if you're seeing this, we're sending you through the thing. Who sent this? Who made this? Laugh emoji. Who did this?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I have all these different ideas in my head. Like, I feel like.
That was the most ambiguous.
It could be. Oh my god!
What?
I think it might be. This could be what it could be. Am I anti-god? It could be that he opens up the portal. When he's touching the mirror, he brings her back, but she's possessed. Something's wrong with her, and then in the future, she like starts the apocalypse, and that's why they were trying to videotape something to send it back. And to maybe say
that's what her coming out of it though.
I know, but I have a feeling that's the thing that she, if he brings her back, we don't know if he does it. We don't know if it's just a dream. We don't know if it's just a dream. But if he brings her back, it could mean, I think maybe if she did come back, she's possessed, obviously, because they would have done something to her.
She has black eyeliner on.
She would have done. They would have done something to her in that world, and that maybe she is now the embodiment of, either the Prince of Darkness or anti-god themselves. Could be, and I kind of now I'm kind of getting an ending.
Yeah,
but it also comes up with different kind of things of what it could be. I feel like that's probably what it is. I mean, would you agree that's kind of what it could be?
Yeah, but like also like how. is this? How does they film it? What is the filming? Who is filming? Who's voiceovering it? How do they have time to do it? How did they send it to the past?
I think it's just
they
future
explain
people.
They explain it to us, but it's what I said before, exposition, where it's just like, oh yeah, it must be just they shot neutrons in a direction that was from the past location of the Earth, but then they couldn't put it in a TV. So they're sending it in our dreams, but they can't just make us see it, so we have to subconsciously see it. Okay, movie, I accept your logic. I understand the basics of it, because if something's going faster than light, it's technically going back. And I'm just like, okay, I see what you're doing, movie. Do I understand the whole dream thing? And do I understand why people why people sleep for a while?
Yeah, maybe it's just on repeat. Maybe there's more to it. I don't know. I mean,
why did the dream always only last until we can't?
Well, I think it's just for the point of the movie.
I know, but like it was just like it's 19.
As we saw, the dream kind of develops, because in the first instance of the dream,
we
don't see the girl.
Yeah.
We see a hooded figure. We see a hooded figure with like a huge long cape. And what is that?
It was a shadow.
I think. Oh no, it was by the door. I remember it was a figure, because it opened up the door and there was like these lights behind it or something like that. Yeah. I think I saw a figure and I was like, oh, what is that? What is that? But then it developed into something else. Yeah. So maybe they failed to stop. Yeah. They failed to stop.
Why did he get the dream at home?
Was he at home?
Yeah.
Maybe something.
Why did they start? They said everyone got the dream
in that vicinity. Yeah,
in that vicinity.
Yeah.
Or something. Or maybe it stayed with them.
Maybe, I don't know, something might have, I don't know, yeah, I mean, something could have stayed with them. Maybe he has, I was looking too much into it when I first saw it. When I saw it the second time, I saw like, oh, he might have a bruise on him. And I was like, maybe he's, I don't know, maybe it's connected.
Maybe it's ambiguous.
It could be ambiguous. It is ambiguous.
It's ambiguous.
But on the same time, I don't hate it.
Also, what's the moon?
The moon? Oh, I think it was just
cool imagery.
I think it was just imagery of like,
the darkness.
Maybe it's religious related. Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I know enough about religion. I know if I probably went to Sunday school, I might know something.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it'd be cool if made into like a red, moon or something like that. Yeah. That could be cool. But I think it was just meant to be like, it's turning the sun and the moon.
I found the imagery of the woman coming out like scary. Like I found like just her just coming out of the church with the lights. I was like. It was like, because there was no jump scare noise, it just kind of happened, and I loved those scares.
Yeah.
But then when she put her arms up, I was like, okay, fuck. I was like T-pose. But then I was just like, I really enjoyed.
Well, I mean, I guess she was trying to be like a crucifix.
Christ. Yeah, she tried to be a crucifix.
So, I don't know. I mean, I like it. I mean, I like a movie that we can ask more questions about it.
I really enjoyed
I like how we can go like, sure, it'd be cool if we had a few more answers, and so there's lots of ambiguous to go around. We could have a couple of answers.
There's a lot of stuff that like, this is why I said this. I want this movie to. I want a remake of this movie to see if someone can like get it right.
Oh, I don't know. I still think it's good.
Oh, I mean, it's good, but there's still some stuff I was like, I
don't know. I mean, I love it as is, because I feel like just the soundtrack's so good. I just love I love it. I love what it is.
For the movie that we got, I really, really like it. But I feel like there could be some more uniqueness to it that could be done. I don't need a remake. But if a remake was done, I would be seeing it. I don't
know. I mean, I don't think it needs a remake. I
don't think it needs one, but I wouldn't be too.
It's just cool. I mean, I would love a novelization of this so I can actually understand what's going on.
Yeah. Like, can we watch the commentary?
I mean, yeah. There's actually there's lots of features on it. There's like commentary, introduction, scene analysis, an interview with John Carpenter and stuff like that. So that I might actually watch to understand what this is.
I think the biggest surprise of the movie that it wasn't about a superhero.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
literally when I read the blurb, I was like, wait, it's about college kids discovering ooze under a church. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is happening?
No, but yeah. All right, I think it's time that we start rating this then. Before we come rating, I'm just going to remind everybody what the ratings are. So we have at last place, this is the worst review we can give it. I'm not going to go into too much of what each review means or each rating means. You can listen to the other episodes. But at the bottom we have shit show, which means it's just absolute crap. Bore, snog out the door, it's just boring. Couldn't care too much. Let's leave. Book an appointment for disappointment. This means that, it may have some good elements, but just when watching it, just was so disappointed. Hey, it's fun, which means like, oh, it was just a good time. There might not be, too much substance to it. There may not be, blow me away. It might be stuff that we didn't feel really connected to, but for the most part, it was just a fun experience. Fantastically Splendid is like a film that we love. We thought it was good. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a film that like we thought was generally great, worth a watch. You should check it out. And then Masterpiece is a film that we think is just like perfect. Maybe not perfect in every way, but like is
considered
so
a
good.
Classic.
Like I'll go like this is definitely a classic. I probably would say like I have some like lots of favorite films who like.
Let's give a scale of like.
Yeah.
What would you say is a shit show?
Like a shit show.
Halloween 2, 2009.
Sure. Yeah, Halloween.
Show
Halloween 2, 2009. Yeah, didn't love it too much. I'm trying to think of other generally really bad films.
I usually suppress
for a few Friday the 13th.
most of them.
I don't know.
Dab.
I mean, but a lot of them are just for me. Also, just bore, snog out the door.
Yeah.
Bore, snog out the door. I don't know what's a film that's just really effing boring. What's a film that
Friday
was?
the 13th.
Well, we didn't give that. We gave it a good rating when we did a review.
Yeah, but if I do it again.
No, Bore, snog out the door. Yeah, there's a lot of maybe just slasher movies that are kind of boring.
Most slasher movies.
For me,
movies.
like I even though this film didn't bore me.
Book Appointment for Disappointment. Did you say that one?
Yeah, Book Appointment for Disappointment. Well, I would say before Bore, snog out the door, this film didn't. This one didn't, make me too bored, but I just didn't like it too much. With Sinister 2, I'll probably give that a Bore, snog out the door. Book Appointment for Disappointment.
Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't done a review for that, but yeah, I guess mini review. Halloween Kills.
An extreme hard book appointment.
Yeah, like because it still had elements that was okay, but no. Hey, it's fun.
Scream.
I guess Scream. Yeah.
Scream.
Lots of fun movies that we've seen.
Insidious.
What did we give What did we give Truth or Dare? Was that?
I think I gave it a book appointment for disappointment.
Wasn't that? I didn't have anything into it, but I don't know. Hey, it's fun. I think we give that. Did we say Escape Room was a Hey, it's fun?
Yeah, Escape Room was Hey, it's fun.
Fantastically Splendid. Anyway, we'll maybe just get to it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Fantastically Splendid. I'm gonna give this film. Should I do my rating or do you want to do your rating first? I'm gonna give this one a Fantastically Splendid.
Same.
Yeah. I like this film a lot.
I don't. You dropped your phone.
There's a
lot of me just going like, there's a lot of the movie which is just, hey, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But then just thinking about it, it's like, I haven't seen a movie like this before. I had a lot of fun. What the fuck happened?
Like if I was,
Yeah, it's Fantastically Splendid because what the fuck is this movie?
I just thought there was so much more to it than that we saw. And I love stuff that I can keep on like theorizing about and talking about even when it's done.
This movie is just an enigma of like a movie. It's like stuff just happens, and I'm just like, oh, this is happening now. Like, oh, I'm just like, hey, it's fun is like good. This movie was such a roller coaster of like emotions and like what is happening and like dull moments, but also exciting moments.
Yeah.
A lot of great effects. I'm just like, it was a surprise.
Like, it's strange. Like
when we chose this movie, I was like, oh, I'm expecting a superhero movie.
Yeah, it's strange because like watching this like 2 times. It's still the moments that are scary, like were scary to me. Like the moments that I still was like got chills at. Like I wasn't expecting like a film like this, horror film that came out of the 80s, by John Carpenter to be like, he's obviously a great horror director, but like it has scenes that I'm genuinely like, wow, that was scary. That was really cool. Yeah. The soundtrack is awesome.
There was stuff that
I love the themes.
There was stuff that it was intense, but I don't think I was really scared.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I was scared. The effects were scary.
Yeah, I mean the whole lady who like flesh falling off.
The symmetry and the intensity of like the anti-god getting through. I was just like, oh shit, this is kind of creepy. I'd say it was really creepy.
I just think it's just this film has so many just awesome like scary images. Like it just, I don't know. I mean, I love it a lot. I mean, if I watched this the first time, I would have given it just a hey, it's fun. Because I've seen this the second time, I actually generally like this film. I mean, part of me was going like, oh, maybe you should give it a masterpiece, but I don't think it's a masterpiece level. Even though I like this film more than The Shining, and I would say that The Shining's a masterpiece.
Well,
so
okay, The Shining is a completely different movie.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. probably don't like it more than The Shining, but like,
I would rather watch this than The Shining. But that doesn't mean it's better. It's just a different movie.
Sure.
You know.
But even though like I mean, I'm a bit different from Louis here, but like I actually find the biggest negatives to really not be that effective to me at all. Like I still think I feel like my negatives are just nitpicks.
My negatives are just like negatives I have for like a lot of films, but like the good parts of it are just too unique and too good to not hate. No, to not like. No, to you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. To not to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I generally love this film. Would I watch it again? Yeah. I mean, it has scenes that I just thought.
I want to watch this with other people and go like, what the fuck? What is this movie? And I want them to look at me and going, what did you show me? Can I have a bath now? Well, yes, you can.
Sure, honey. Let's go in the bath together. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good. I wasn't expecting to like it. The second time, I liked it much more. I think it's just a great John Carpenter film.
That's the thing. Scream and this movie. Second time, liked it much more.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. But yeah, I think I think this film has just got so many creepy, awesome elements that I generally just love.
I usually don't.
On an aesthetic scale and just a narrative scale. I just love it.
I'm glad it's not another slasher movie.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, I don't like them.
No, but honestly, great. So, Louis says fantastically splendid. I say fantastically splendid. Yeah. That is our rating. And as we've just reviewed it, it's coming to the end of our show.
Go watch it.
Yeah, please watch Prince of Darkness. It's in theaters right now.
It's in theaters right now. Just go. Just like send a dream to you in the past.
Yeah.
In 1987.
Yes, if this is
and
going
then
to
go. This is a dream. You go watch this movie from the past.
Yeah.
And go watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, please go watch it.
Don't be too ambiguous.
Now, before we end this, I was going to do this at the start. I forgot, but I'm going to do it now. We asked you a question at the end of last show.
Didn't we do that at the beginning? Oh, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't do that.
Oh, wow.
We didn't. We asked you a question at the beginning. The ending of last show, but I'm going to now give you the answer to the end of this show. And thank you for sticking by. We might, edit this and put this at the start.
They have to
You're going to wait for it.
They have to wait for it.
I think the question we asked you last podcast was, what is Randy's number one rule in surviving all horror movies? And the answer, Louis, what was the answer?
Don't have sex.
No, that's a big no-no.
Don't have sex.
Don't have sex.
If someone you know has gotten murdered, don't have sex.
Don't have sex. So, yeah, if you got that right, well done. 10 points to you.
Or more specifically, no sex? Doesn't he say, like, no sex? And people
it's a big no-no. Big no-no.
No-no.
But, yeah, that's number one rule. And the next question we're going to give to you.
Oh, we have another question.
We have another question.
Oh, shit.
And this is for the next show, and we'll maybe answer this at the start. The next question we're going to give you is, Halloween, was it The Thin or Escape from New York?
I have a guess, but I don't want to say it, but I have no idea. I don't know this.
You don't know? How about you make your guess and see if you can beat Louis in the next podcast? What's your guess?
Oh, God. It's either Escape.
You think it's Escape from New York?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see in the next podcast, and we'll see you there. So thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And, check out Prince of Darkness.
Very good.
And,
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.